Welcome everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here this afternoon. My name is Rick Andrew. I'm the Global Director of Business Development for NSF Water Systems. And I'm joined by Teresa Bellish, our Senior Managing Global Director for Water Systems. Today we'd like to talk to you about the steps that NSF Water Systems is taking to remain operational in the time of COVID-19. You may notice you're muted, so we can't hear you. However, if you type in any questions you may have in the chat, we'll try to answer all of them that we can once we have finished our presentation. Okay, so here's our agenda. We're going to start off by talking a little bit about NSF's values and mission, because they play into what we're doing in this time of COVID-19 in a very important way. And that'll lead us to a discussion of the steps that NSF is taking to remain fully operational and demonstrating our full capabilities as NSF is ready to serve your needs. So when we think about NSF, we're an independent, not-for-profit, non-governmental public health and safety organization with a mission to protect and improve human health. And because our mission is to protect and improve human health, it's very important that we continue to be operational in this time of COVID-19 to serve you, our clients. NSF services have been deemed as essential, which is in line with our mission, and it's very important that we continue to operate to help you. We have a foundation that's built on 7 core values, and each one of these core values integrates into the things we're doing to continue to operate in this time of COVID-19. So we demand the highest ethics and integrity. We're taking steps to operate with the full quality that we always operate with, even during this time of disrupted operations. And the way we get there is by using sound scientific principles to continue to have a high quality with our laboratory services, our audits, and our professional services. We respect and care for one another, so we're being very careful to keep each other safe during this time. We promote personal and professional growth, so we're really taking steps to assure that we can function remotely as much as possible, helping us grow our capabilities. It's required a lot of innovation and creativity for us to be able to get to where we are now with our operations in the time of COVID-19. And we're responsible both socially and environmentally. So again, everything we do is designed to keep you, our clients, safe, as well as our team and our team's families safe. And this has enabled us to continue to win and be the best, which is our 7th core value. We rely on a team of actually over 3,000 now professionals, microbiologists, experts in toxicology, chemistry, engineering, and of course, public health. And we're leveraging our scientific and public health expertise to allow us to find ways to safely deliver the same high-quality, best-in-class services during these unprecedented times of COVID-19, but in new, innovative, and safe ways. So we continue to offer all of our full suite of water-related services. We have our North American services, where we've developed numerous standards related to drinking water, pool and spa water, wastewater. They've been adopted in North America and are used in other regions as well. So we cover plumbing products with our standard 14, 61, section 9. Of course, we're testing to ASSE, ASME, ASTM standards, and providing approvals that are consistent with the UPC, IPC, and other codes. We've got our filtration standards developed by our Drinking Water Treatment Units Joint Committee, 42, 44, 53, and so on. And of course, our municipal water standards, NSF ANSI CAN 60 and 61, as well as 372 and 419. We're serving the on-site wastewater treatment industry through our services for them, through our American National Standards 40 and so forth. And of course, recreational water with NSF ANSI CAN 50, covering many of the components used in pool and spa applications. So I'll now turn it over to Teresa, who's going to summarize in more detail the specific actions that NSF is taking to remain operational and continue to serve you, our clients.
Thank you, Rick. So what steps has NSF taken to ensure continued service to our clients? We're going to focus on 4 main areas this afternoon: our account management and technical reviews, laboratory testing, audits, and emerging issues with COVID-19. So first, I want to let you know that NSF's account managers and technical reviewers are working from home at this time. The same robust, secure database and project management systems that we use to facilitate local service globally allows for an easy transition to home-based work for these teams. And they can be reached, this is important, at their normal office NSF phone numbers. It will forward to their home phone number at this time. There's no interruptions or delays in service as a result, and modifications to existing certified products and new certifications are both moving forward smoothly. So you can submit samples for testing, requests for new projects. That same work is still ongoing today as it was prior to the COVID-19 outbreak. Our laboratories. So NSF laboratories continue to be fully operational. Our product testing labs in Ann Arbor and Wales have been deemed essential services, and they continue to operate in times of mandated social distancing. There have been no interruptions or delays in service as a result, but staff have modified their work structure in the laboratories to stay 2 meters or 6 feet apart to maintain conformance to guidelines, including working in dual shifts where applicable. Our audits, as many of you are aware, our audits are typically done at the production facility in person. So what have we done? We have come up with a desk audit or remote audit process to service your needs during this time. We are facilitating audit remotely where necessary due to travel restrictions. As of today, that includes all parts of the world, with the exception of China, where implant audits have begun to come back into play. There have been no interruptions or delays in service as a result, and this process is applicable to both annual audits for existing certified manufacturing sites and to initial audits for companies obtaining certification for the first time. In addition, NSF has implemented a COVID-19 task force. This task force is making sure the operations continue and is also focused on addressing requests from clients. So if you have ideas of how NSF can help you related to COVID-19, please directly contact the NSF COVID-19 task force via your account manager, or you can simply send an email to info@nsf.org. So the bottom line is NSF is open for business and is ready to assist you during this crisis. We have taken steps to assure continued client service. Our laboratories are essential services and remain operational. Our audits can be conducted remote as desk audits where necessary, and we have implemented a task force to assist our clients. So if you have any questions, we'd like to thank you for submitting those questions, and we'd like to now take this opportunity to answer submitted questions.
And Teresa, we have a question. How will the desk audits be scheduled?
That's a great question. So what will be happening is that the auditors assigned to conduct certification audits will be sending an email and or calling the primary facility contact, and also as a backup, if they cannot get a hold of that individual, they will then be contacting the primary corporate contact to arrange a date and time to conduct the desk audit.
Great. And sort of a follow-up on that question, could you please outline the desk audit process?
So the process is very similar to an in-plant office, in-plant visit. The auditor will go through with the contact when they go to set up the audit, the expectations, the information that's available, and that they will be reviewing. And also we will be sending out later this week a FAQ to help assist our clients in answering some of those questions ahead of the call with the auditor.
Fantastic. And a related question here, are the desk audits announced or unannounced?
So essentially they are announced. There's not a practical way to do an unannounced desk audit at this time.
I see. So the plant will be notified of the intent to do a desk audit. They'll have the opportunity then to gather up their documentation and be prepared for kind of a video call where the plant contact and the NSF auditor can go through that documentation as would typically happen at the plant.
Correct.
Fantastic. Let's see, we have another question here. Can I submit a new product for certification at this time? And I can go ahead and just let you know that absolutely you can do that. All you have to do is be in touch with your account manager, either through their typical email address or their normal office phone, and they'll be in touch with you to go ahead and get that process started. Let's see. A question related to getting back to the desk audits. In the case of looking at documentation, how will that be done with the auditor? Some documentations are considered proprietary.
Mm-hmm. The audit staff is using a variety of tools, including if they need to show documentation through video cameras and other technology. But I would encourage all the plant audit contacts to discuss that with the auditor when they call to make arrangements for the plant audit.
Perfect. Yeah, we have I guess a similar question. Many of our files are still paper files instead of digital. Will we need to digitize for distance audits? And I'm guessing that won't be necessary because we could probably just look at those papers through the video chat. Would that be correct, Teresa?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Let's see. We have another question on what platform will be used for the video chats. Will it be Skype or Microsoft Teams, etc.?
The audit team has developed several methods to conduct the audit, different technologies. So we will be sure to send that follow-up information, but that will vary by auditor. So we will get that information and encourage you to discuss that with the auditor when they call to make arrangements.
Excellent. Let's see, another question we have here. Does the laboratory have full capabilities at this time? And I can let everyone know that indeed the laboratory is taking steps to ensure safety, such as working at a safe distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart from each other. And they're also using significant disinfection practices as recommended by CDC. And they're doing some other things to allow them to operate, but they do have all of their capabilities available to them, even though they've taken on special measures. So there are currently no tests that cannot be performed. All the capabilities are, in fact, up and ready to go. Let's see. Question on how long will desk audits be conducted? Will it be through the end of this year? Teresa, any thoughts on that one?
Well, the answer is we simply don't know. It all depends on how long the stay-at-home orders are in place, and that'll vary by region to region, state to state, country to country. So, and it may that we start reducing desk audits in certain areas before others. So we just have to wait and see.
Yes, absolutely. Here's a great question. End users of NSF certified products often have questions around coronavirus. Is NSF planning to create any communications around the role certain standards play in combating coronavirus? And I can answer that one and say absolutely we are. That's one of the roles of our coronavirus task force that we formed here internally at NSF, is to work on messaging to help people understand how NSF and our standards and certifications and other services are directly focused on and helping with coronavirus. So thanks for asking that question, and indeed these communications will be coming. You may have noticed on LinkedIn we have some information posted about what happens to a water system in a facility when that facility is shut down for a while. You know, some ideas on ways to safely start back up and some considerations of, you know, what can be done to mitigate any risks of stagnant water sitting in the pipes for a long time. So this is just one example, and we'll have more coming on NSF's role in helping with COVID-19 directly. Let's see, another great question about the audits. Will we have the same auditor that has conducted our audits for the past several years through a desk audit process? Teresa, can you share some ideas on that?
Yes, in most cases, yes, it will be the same auditor. That could vary if the auditor has changed a role in the company or workload has changed and they need additional qualified auditors to assist them in their territories.
Excellent. Great to know. So in most cases, it will be the same auditor that people have worked with in the past. If not, it'll be a similarly qualified staff auditor who's been working with NSF for quite some time. Let's see, next question. Who can we ask if we have questions about our audits or ongoing projects? That's a great question, and you know, you can always go to your account manager. Again, they're available at their typical NSF email address, or their desk phone is now being rerouted to their home. So if you have specific questions, you can just get in touch with your account manager. And as Teresa mentioned, we have an FAQ, a frequently asked questions document, about the desk audit process that we'll be sharing in the next couple of days to help address some of the most common questions that people have. Let's see. Next question here is, will we still be able to do a cross-functional audit such as NSF 51 and 61 at the same time by the same auditor? That's a great question. Teresa, thoughts on that one?
The answer would be yes.
Yep. Yeah, because we're using the same experienced audit staff who've done this in the past, they can do that 51-61 combined audit through the desk audit process for sure. Let's see, do we have any other questions coming in? Fantastic. Well, we want to thank everyone for your time and attention today. We realize we're kind of in uncharted territory with how things move forward in the era of COVID-19, and who knows what the reality is after we get COVID-19 under control. But rest assured, NSF is up, we're operating, we're ready to help, we're ready to serve your needs, and if you have any questions at all, please just contact your account manager or info@nsf.org. Thanks again, everybody, for joining today. We really appreciate it. Stay safe, stay healthy.